Okay, good afternoon. For those of you all in the gardening community, if you know, you know. Okay, I just got through using up my super juice, and I've cleaned out the bucket. And guess what, y'all? I have one, two, three. I have three ways to kind of like use my compost. I'm gonna show you this right here, a 5 gallon bucket, and I am going to fill that up with some tap water. Okay, granted, it's chlorine in that tap water, but guess what? We're gonna let that top stay off till about Sunday, and then on Sunday, maybe Monday, I'm gonna come in and I'm not gonna fill it all the way to the top. I'm gonna leave about a 2 inch, fill it all the way up. I want to say fill it all the way up and leave 2 inches remaining. That way, my compost that I have in the house will have room, will be, it'll, I want to say it'll fill it up pretty much. So now I'll let that sit. This time I'm just gonna let it sit 2 weeks because I just got through using the remainder of my super juice. And that really did sit for a good little while. But we're gonna fill this up with water. Like I said, let the top stay out till Sunday to let the chlorine evaporate out. And then I'll come in and put my compost that I have in the house in here. Now, when I normally store my compost in Ziploc bag and in my husband's empty coffee can. So he knows what to do. He's on board. So he'll leave it. If it's all full, he'll leave it for me, and I'll get it. And I have two places. Let me see. We have three places outside to put it. Either in this 5 gallon bucket, and if it's full, I will put it in my makeshift compost tote, and I'll also put it in my compost tumbler that I bought from Walmart like about, I think about 4.5 years ago, going on 5. Composting is a very, very, very easy process. I'm not gonna take this video to explain it. I'll come back later on in another one, but it does help to get rid of your compostable waste quickly, and it is also a good way. I'm gonna be honest, your garbage can don't get filled up quickly if you compost, or even if you, what's the word I want to say, if you recycle as well. Recycle your glass, your cardboard, your plastic, and things like that. You'll notice that you don't have to sit the garbage out as much. Now we don't compost no meat, no bones, no milk, no dairy, no things like that. But what goes in mine is going to pretty much be like coffee grinds, the coffee filter, because we make coffee 7 days a week here. Banana peels, old molded produce, eggshells, what else? Man, I do hair, and I do the cardboard rolls. Like when we're done with like a paper towel roll or a tissue roll, yes, I put that in there. Eggshells, it does take a while for them to break down. That's why I boil it. I boil them, and I use the water from the eggshells. I use it in the house and sometimes outside. I mainly use those for the house plants as well as banana water. That's another thing for those of you who have house plants. Take your banana, put it in some water, let it sit for a few days, and hey, when it's time to water, or either if you have something that needs to be watered, use the banana water. It'll bounce back to life quickly. But each plant has individual needs. I said I was gonna put, so that's enough. So we're gonna leave it just like that. Okay. And like I say, I've been out here this morning getting up leaves. I'm gonna be honest, trying to find an earring that I lost 2 Sundays ago. A pearl hoop earring. I cannot find it, so it may be in the house. I don't know. It's just like Jesus said, you that the parable of the lost sheep, using 99 looking for that one. I'm spending all my time trying to find that one, which, hey, it may be. I know it's here. I haven't seen it right here where I normally walk every day for the backyard. I haven't seen it, so it's got to be in the house. But what I'm gonna do with this 5 gallon bucket is, like I say, hold on, where you at? Right here. I'm gonna let it stay here, and the lid, I did clean it out. and I'm gonna let the lid stay off until Sunday. Um, yep, let the lid stay off until Sunday so that the chlorine can evaporate out of it. And then what I'll do on possibly Monday, yeah, he got in the dirt. What I'm gonna do on Monday is come in and add um my compost to it. Yes, compost. It's in the house in garbage, not in garbage cans, in Ziploc bags in the refrigerator, as well as in coffee cans. No, it does not create an odor, nor does it create anything else that y'all think about. Nope, it does not. So that's a good way to get rid of your kitchen's, old produce and stuff like that. For those of you who do garden or thinking about gardening, compost makes up a great fertilizer. They call it it's rich. We call it black rich black soil, because it's hot out here, y'all. Because I'm gonna be honest, if you mix it right, meaning when I say mix it right is your greens to your browns. You can do leaves. Now if you use fertilizer in your grass, and let's say when you mow the grass and you rake it up, don't use that. We don't want that. We want our compost to be as natural as possible. We don't need no boosters. Only booster we need is what we putting in our water. Some people have been buying the compost tea, and stuff like that. I'm trying to be as cost efficient as possible. Not trying to spend a whole lot of money on fertilizers. Using what I have. That's the name of my game, is using what I have. Now, in the past I have made of my own soil. But this right here, the leaves, I'm not going to keep this set of leaves because I'm thinking, like I said, I did clip up some poison ivy, and poison ivy may be in that. I did wear gloves when I got it up. I'm not done getting it all up, but it's hot out here, so I got up the majority. I'm going to go in the house and cool off and just, take a bath. But yeah, that will sit there until Sunday, and I'll come in Monday, add my compost that I've been saving. Cause let's see, cause the compost that's in the compost tumbler, oh my gosh, it has broken down. Now the compost that's in this tote, I need to come in. I see some worms. Yep. I don't want to show it because some of y'all may think that that's too gross, but I'm not gonna worry about that. I love it. I love the fact that it makes the worms and stuff. Worms aerate your soil, so yeah. But guys, I'm starting to feel a little bit better. One nostril just stuffy. My husband called me, said he made me some hot tea. Yeah, it's already hot out here, but I did need it because one nostril just completely, just stuffy. Y'all know how it is when you have a cold. So the only thing that I got growing right now is I discovered my other yellow purple Cherokee tomato. My main container, she just stopped producing, but you know what? I'm gonna let her stay. Now I may prune her back some between now and Sunday. Cause October, let's say late September, early October, it should, I'm not gonna say bounce back, but it's tricky like that. Your tomatoes and your cucumbers, yeah, they want that hot weather, but sometimes when the weather changes to the coolness, it'll start producing. Unbeknownst to me, I don't know. I can't tell you why. I don't know. Hey, Mother Nature, God got his answers. I don't know. But anyway, guys, look, I am going to go ahead and get off here. I do plan to come back out here. I'm not going to go live or anything like that. The sun is overhead. Oh, it's like right there, It's in the 12 o'clock position. I don't know what time it is, but it is actually in the 12 o'clock position. And thankfully, I do have my Alberta peach tree providing some shade, as well as the trees from the lot next door. Right here will be a nice spot to put some chairs. But I don't want to be in Max's way when he's running like a little horse. But when I come back out here, y'all, it is gonna be, I'm not gonna go live, but it is going to be for content purposes. I am going to go ahead and start looking at my trees, because I'm going to go ahead and prune them And you know what? We haven't gotten any rain. Everybody else around here, oh Lord, everybody else around us has gotten rain, getting rain. Y'all need to send something this way. Not no flooding, the type that where we gotta evacuate. Get up out there, dirt. I I should just turn the camera. I guess he hot, y'all. But yeah, I'm gonna like I said, get some yarn, some scissors. I'm gonna take some pictures. Because you do need to go ahead and prune your fruit trees when they are not bearing fruit. So Albert has been done. Albert was done before I left to go to the Bahamas. Before we left to go to the Bahamas. Yes. So, but I still didn't want. And plus, when we left that Sunday and we had a storm to hit, it broke out one of the branches. So this move is going to be very intentional, as it's going to be my first time. I want to air layer a branch. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to explain to you all after I do my initial assessment as when it comes to pruning. I'm going to explain the process because I basically have all stone fruits. I have my peach tree. I have my pear tree. I have my plum tree. I have my nectarine, my cherry. All those are your stone fruits. So safe to say all of them can be pruned in the same way. But guess what, guys? You have got to sterilize. You have got to wash and sterilize your equipment as you move from tree to tree. Understand? You're gonna have to sterilize those pruners, those loppers, those bypass loppers, scissors, whatever you plan on using before you move onto the next tree. And I'm just here to tell you, because you don't want to spread any diseases. You don't. So let's say when you're done with one tree, you're gonna wash it with hot water, hot soapy water. You can put bleach in there if you want to. Go back and look at my video. I made a video on how to go about disinfecting your gardening utensils. Your gardening supplies. You're gonna wash them with warm soap and water, just like your hands. You're gonna use a disinfectant, spray it down the blade, the handles, and all. Let it air dry. Don't dry it. Let it air dry. Lay it down and let it air dry, and put them back where you got them from, because we don't want no accidents. Okay. But yes, so that I'm being honest. Know that a lot of gardeners don't hop on it as far as like the cleanliness of your utensils, or your gardening supplies as you move from tree to tree. But that's mainly because each tree is susceptible to certain diseases. Do your due diligence and do your homework. Do your reading. Reading is very fundamental. Okay, when it comes to gardening and anything else that you do. Reading is very fundamental. I'm not the originator of that saying. Guess what? My mom used to teach reading, and she used to tell me reading is very fundamental. She hadn't always been a teacher, but she retired out of education. But yeah, reading is very fundamental. So do your due diligence. I'm gonna tell you how I prune. Everybody doesn't prune the same. Because I'm gonna say that when I first pruned Albert and even my grapevine, I kept instructions right there by me, or if I go in the house, rewind the video, and then get that in my mind and come back out and apply that little portion onto the rest of the grapevine or even the peach tree, And yeah, sometimes I had my notes out here with me, and I'll sit down and go back over them. I wrote I had diagrams that I had printed out and even drew out. No, I cannot draw, but I did my own illustration. So but yeah, I'm gonna take advantage of these days while I'm off. I do have time to do everything that I need to do to catch up on my gardening. I do. Tomorrow, if I'm feeling up to it, we'll see. I may go tomorrow, Saturday. Yeah. Go and get the seeds that I need for my greens. I am gonna look. I need some fertilizer. Well, I still can use the compost. And you can also use compost in your garden. Yeah, add soil. That's the best soil. For real. You can also don't use it in your house now. Please do not use black soil in your house because it got worms in there. But anyway, guys, look, I'm going to go ahead and get up off of here because, like I said, it is hot. Max, look. I got some. Oh, my peppers finally came through. Let me show y'all. Hold on. They may have been here long and I just didn't see them. But look, see there? Yeah. Baby gonna be happy too. Yep. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get on off here. It is not gonna rain. It is not gonna rain. Those of y'all out there, y'all send some rain this way. Because the ground is, what I want to say? The ground is rock solid, hard. The ground is hard. It's all I get up. Yeah. So I got a little bit of tomatoes. Chinese noodle beans are prolific. This is a definite garden spot for them next year. I may even make it bigger, meaning wider. I'm gonna make it wider, probably about 6 feet, 5 to 6 feet, because I want to be able to just come along and pull them down. Yep. But anyway, guys, look, I'm going to go ahead and get on off here. Look, y'all be blessed. Remember that somebody loves you. Y'all smile today. It costs you nothing. Turn that frown upside down. You'll feel better. And the person you come in contact with, hey, they'll feel better too. All right. Bye-bye for now. Y'all be blessed.